Yes, you are seeing that correctly. We have hit 100 subscribers. And today we're going to be celebrating that with obviously the update of where the channel's going to be going from here on out. As you know, I've kind of been talking about things slightly about things I want to do more in the future. And I really thought I wouldn't still be doing videos right now. I thought, like there's definitely moments where I don't want to and kind of just has put certain things off. But it does make me want to come back and just, see what I can do. And obviously it is really amazing that you guys have really stuck through and that I'm still obviously continuing videos, and I plan to continue it more because honestly it's actually really fun at times to obviously make these videos and put it out there, see your guys' opinions, and to really get to know you guys a lot better. Obviously I haven't been exactly the most consistent each week. Sometimes I'll upload a video or two or even three, and the next thing there's like one video, so I definitely need to work on a sort of schedule in that sense. But yeah, you guys honestly rule that you guys are able to make these numbers actually happen, and it's really mind-blowing. I had a video before actually recorded, but it just sounded like this. Hey guys, today we are making a video, and that sounded really boring and I wasn't really tolerating that. That put me to sleep, so I definitely had to redo this video, and so that's why you're seeing Haunted Ground play in the background. Obviously there is other things I want to talk about, and Haunted Ground is one of them, and man, there's some other topics I really want to talk about in the future because things are kind of getting exciting, especially with the PC side of gaming. But I'll leave that for my next video. This video is just talking about where the channel is going to be, and overall I just really wanted to share this with you all. So one thing I wanted to say is that honestly, just before we get to that, honestly kind of surprised because the whole 100s thing is definitely surprising because I wasn't expecting it again, like at all. It is pretty, I know it's not obviously crazy numbers, it's not 1000, it's not 500, but the thing is, it's a step forward, and that's what you have to look at. I know a lot of people always get gutted by this sort of, obviously some people do, obviously some people don't at the same time. I feel like it's still important to take every milestone into consideration of how far you have come. So if you guys done something maybe in your opinion small, you don't realize it, but it's actually something quite big. So if you guys obviously feel down, just look back, look at the progress you're making instead. It is hard at times, even I look down at certain things I do, but you can definitely try to cheer up a little bit, try to look on the positives of what you guys have done. And this is why I've kind of really am thankful that you guys actually stuck through and made it so that we get 100. Because I remember I make this, what was it, video, there was a video I had that was like talking about certain things and didn't really feel 100%. And there's some videos I've definitely cut, like I said. But throughout that, I'm surprised I made as much videos as I have so far. Kind of thought it'd be a lot less, because I made this channel, like I only started to pick it up again more around last August, I would say. September, sorry. August was still when I didn't have this mic I'm using now, so videos did sound completely like I was underwater because I was using, a phone mic, and again, not technically bad, it's definitely better, and it's come a long way, like phones, like with their microphones and stuff like that, but it still won't be out a classical mic. And obviously, since getting this, I've tried to make more videos, and that's pretty much where I'm just kind of updating you guys, is like, because I started this, not last year, 2023, man, get to the times, Void. That's when I made this channel, around that, and I remember posting things about Resident Evil classic games coming back, and I kind of made an update video about that. Who knows, maybe I'll make another third one pushing the agenda of classic games coming to console this time, because man, we still haven't gotten that. But there's some things to look forward to, like Dino Crisis coming to GOG, and there'll be a video for that. That's kind of what I was hinting at, was, you know, about the PC side of gaming. It's definitely that. But overall, that is pretty much what I want to say. Anyway, enough of my rambling, let's talk about the update for this channel. But as you know, I've mentioned a few times I wanted to kind of broaden out just from Resident Evil. Don't get me wrong, I love doing Resident Evil, but for times like this, where it's quite bleak, when it's like there's no new information, no new content, or nothing, radio silence, it's pretty hard to make content. And I know some YouTubers of mine that I watch about Ori hasn't uploaded for a while, because there's just nothing other than these random leaks, which gets really out of hand, which honestly, I just cover them for the sake of kind of telling you guys and all that, and just covering content. But some of these are just getting out of hand. There's some I haven't even covered at all, and because it's just so stupid, like some of them are just so inconsistent with each other. Like some like cancel out the other. It's like, what? This doesn't make sense. It's like these leaks are trying to make a plot, and then one contradicts the other, and it's like almost like a fight between the two, like saying, no, this is right, no, this is right. It's just a mess. Honestly, I just kind of getting fed up with these, and just kind of really hope we get something at the same time. Obviously, I know there's other Capcom games that's going strong, like I was about to say Hunter Wilds, Monster Hunter Wilds, get it right, Void, and obviously Onimusha and Okami. So there's definitely stuff to look forward to Capcom, but Survival Horror fans, well, you know, it is a little bit rough for you guys. Rough on us as a whole. But that's not what we're talking about, you know, the depressing stuff about no RE content. We're talking about other stuff like obviously other games like I want to talk about. Again, this channel, when I made it, it's not solely about RE. I did thought I would make it, but then there's issues like this where it's just kind of bleak. There's other things I want to cover. I'm all over the place. There's some things I want to cover, like for example, other survival horror games, like Haunting Ground, Dino Crisis, Fatal Frame, which, you know, I really haven't gotten into. Like Fatal Frame has been like nagging at me at the back of my mind. It's like, I really want to play it. I actually want to play it on the channel, not just like your retrospective look back, how does it hold, you know, how has it hold up over these years. But no, I actually really want to play that because I really want to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty sure there's like 5. Don't know if there's 6, but I'm confident there's 5. Yeah, there's definitely 5. I really have to assure myself that. But yeah, playing that on the channel would be awesome, and there is definitely ways to, you know, that can't happen, because if OBS doesn't really exactly wants to work, then it is definitely hard. I need to actually try and get that sorted out, but there is definitely a way. It's just a little bit tedious, and this involves me having to like double check every certain amount of time, so there might be weird cuts if I do, so expect that. But overall, I definitely want to cover stuff like that, and not just survival horror. This channel, when I made it, especially if you go on Twitter, which if you haven't, definitely follow me. Probably be some sort of picture going up on the screen showing you my Twitter, because I don't think I could put it on my description. Actually, to be fair, I don't even know if it's a good idea, because there's a lot of hacking going on Twitter. I even lost my other main. Well, not really main, like, that's probably a story for another time. If not, I'll just cover that in a post. But that's a reason also why you should subscribe to the channel, because, you know, you get updates through posts, which you guys don't always see because you're not subscribed, and you don't hit the notification bell to stay notified with information. Shameless plug, I know. But anyway, stuff like that is not always why I want to cover survival horror. I also want to cover stuff like, for example, fighting games. It's even on my banner. You know, fighting games are a big thing for me, and something I've kind of ignored. I will definitely cover videos for why I've kind of paused with fighting games, and as well as the other thing I'm talking about is JRPGs. Those two things are things I really want to introduce on the channel. I have to a degree with JRPGs, with stuff like Final Fantasy, a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, but I was just covering the whole Steam thing and how that was coming over, but not so much. I want to change that, obviously, and that's kind of where I want to, go with this. I want to try and change the idea that, obviously, this channel is just solely Resident Evil, and I'm not like running away from Resident Evil. I'll definitely try to cover more content, especially if, GOG gets, I don't know, something like Resident Evil Outbreak, which will be insane and cool and stuff like that. So fighting games are something I definitely want to, talk about. I don't know why I forgot to mention this, but Silent Hill, I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't think I did. But yeah, I definitely want to cover Silent Hill more because it's just a lot of things to talk about with that. And something else, but I don't know if I will, because that really, in my opinion, that game is just something that really requires time, and that's Signalis. I don't want to just do it anyhow. There's definitely a specific way. And no, you're watching this and you watched Sphere Hunter, because I know Sphere Hunter definitely has mentioned a few times how she doesn't want to have it anyhow. I kind of understand that now, because it's not a game you really could just do it anyhow. And, I used to ask the same question, like, why don't you just record it? But now I understand, playing it for myself is definitely a different story. So I will cover that in some sort of capacity at some point. When, I don't know. And there's a few other games like I said, definitely want to cover, you'll be seeing. So Resident Evil will still always be something I talk about on this channel. Unless to the point where the community gets maybe, I don't know, overflowingly toxic, which, it does at times. It really does, get like that. Same with Final Fantasy, so it's not too surprising. But if it ever gets to that point, that's probably when I'll be putting it down for a bit. But at no point where I just, really cancel it out because of that. I'll probably just ignore them, mind my own business, record what I need to record, and if anything, yeah. I mean, the problem with haters or all these people, they don't realize it, but they're always feeding in whole views and stuff like that, engagement. I never understand it. Like, even with some of my videos I get that I've recorded, that's something I maybe needs addressing more on YouTube, is the whole idea of hate on this channel, on YouTube, and content creators. It's definitely out there. It's really frustrating, but at the same time they're always kind of stupid, because they always just feed into the whole engagement, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're giving this guy views. But in any sense, yeah. So fighting games are a must, because it's just something I've always loved, and I haven't really talked about it, and I don't think I've really talked about it in general. I've talked about survival horror more in the capacity that, kind of shows that I do enjoy it, but I've never done that with fighting games. Not even in really real life, I would say, like IRL, I guess, and not just YouTube, which is still real life, but what I'm talking about, in person. That's why I don't go out much. Anyway, that sort of thing I definitely want to cover. Fighting games, Dead or Alive, Mortal Kombat, that would be hard because I would have to age restrict that. Street Fighter, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, all that good stuff, Heck, maybe, which, well, I don't know, I'll be honest, it's a franchise I struggled to get into, Virtual Fighter, even that. And, stuff like that would definitely be cool. Like I said, that's definitely something I've runners up for the channel. I also want to cover in, which is, I kind of lump them together because, it's still fighting, combat, quite you're in your control type of thing, and that's hack and slashes. I know I said 3, but I kind of put hack and slash fighting games kind of in one bundle. I know I shouldn't, though they are kind of similar in some ways, but that's essentially another thing I want to cover. Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden type of thing. There's not really much hack and slashes I really like, but those two are outstanding 2 games I definitely want to cover. So that's something on the horizon for sure for talking about. Actually, funny enough, I actually do have a script made for Devil May Cry. Didn't do it because at the time I didn't have the mic, and also I just didn't have the capacity to record it because I had nothing. I still need to get a graphics card for that because I have it on Switch of all things, or at least the first game. I could get it on obviously Steam, so I don't know why I haven't. But stuff like that is obviously on the horizon again, like I mentioned. JRPGs, I'll be mainly talking for that part, probably Final Fantasy, the Xeno games. Okay, when I mean Xeno games, I really meant Xeno Saga and probably Xenoblade, because I don't really have that much funness for Xenogears as much. Like, it's alright, but I'm more on the latter of those two. Obviously, I'll definitely try to cover stuff, maybe Dragon Quest, as that's been pretty much big, and obviously they did release that new remake? What would you call that? Remake? Remaster? Either way, I will definitely try to cover that as well on the channel. So, yeah. So that pretty much wraps things up for what I want to really say. If there's anything, I'll probably make another fill-up video, but that's pretty much all I really have to say. So, without further ado, definitely look out for more videos that I have planned. And all being said, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you stay notified for any more posts and stuff so you don't miss out on news for the channel, just saying. And share this with your family and friends. And as always, have a fantastic day.